here is the stuff that you just cannot make up even if you try. Like, no matter how hard you try, you cannot make this up. Hawks raid Pretoria High Court over fraudulent notices to foreign nationals. Hey guys, I don't know if you see. Hawks raid Pretoria High Court. Stop right there. Hawks raid Pretoria High Court. Hey. Good morning. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I am not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. Yay. So when you look at such things, an entire high court being raided for fraud because an official inside the Pretoria High Court has committed fraud. You look at this and the total confidence in the justice system is tainted. Like, you just cannot have that confidence anymore. For me, it represents the rot that South Africa has become, and it doesn't seem like anybody's going to be able to take charge of this situation. It's like we're going to be like this for the long, long time. And when you look at this, maybe Trump was right. Yeah, horrible things are happening in South Africa. I hate to agree with him, but wow. So what I am going to do, I'm going to read for you from the Sowetan. But before we do that, this makes South Africans more corrupt than any other person that is in South Africa, South African officials. It is not clear, according to the article, whether the person is a foreign national or not. But what is clear is somebody who is an official within the Pretoria High Court has done this. And sure, if the person is a foreign national, to begin with, we are the ones that open the door. And the people, the foreign nationals, when they left their homes coming to South Africa, is because they are looking for something that can that can better their lives. And when they get to South Africa, you have the keys to open that door of corruption. And also you have a choice to say, these are the rules of my house. These are my house rules, and we play by these rules. If these rules are the rules you don't like, then we cannot play anything together. So we do these type of fraudulent things with foreign nationals in South Africa, and all of this rot, even by foreign nationals, is on our shoulders. Because if we look in the mirror, we'll see ourselves that we brought ourselves here. I'm talking about us combined with the government and the officials, the people in any position of power in South Africa that has contributed to the mess that we see today. So it would even be worse if the official that is we are talking about now from the Pretoria High Court is South African. It would be understandable if the person is a foreign national, because that would say that person is looking out for his own people or her own people. Now, if the person is South African now, I'm telling you, let us go back to saying, we brought this mess to ourselves. It is easier to point at the government who is equally useless for us. The government is equally useless to us. But at the same time, as officials in these government positions, what are you doing? What are you doing? What kind of a mess are you creating? What kind of a mess have you created? Because we are already living with this mess, and it doesn't look like it will stop anytime, because people are still continuing up to this moment. Otherwise, we wouldn't be reading articles like the one that I'm about to read to you. Hawks raid Pretoria High Court over fraudulent notices to foreign nationals. The Hawks raided the Pretoria High Court today over allegations that an employee has been issuing fraudulent notices of motion to undocumented foreign nationals to prevent their deportation to their countries of origin. A notice of motion is a formal request to the court that notifies it and the opposing party of a party's intention to seek a specific order or relief. Gauteng Hawks spokesperson Colonel Katlego Mogale said the operation relates to allegations of fraudulent notices of motion being unlawfully issued by an identified employee of that court. It is alleged that the said employee has been issuing fraudulent notices of motion to undocumented foreign nationals to prevent their deportation to their countries of origin. This search and seizure operation officially targeted one office and an individual believed to be central to the commission of these offenses, and exhibits were seized for further investigation, said Mogale. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. And I want to say that it starts even from the border. Because if you look at illegal immigration into South Africa through the borders, let me start with the borders. When you look at that, the exchange of money that happens there, do you get what I'm saying? The corruption starts there. Bringing in somebody, it's the lack of patriotism. And it talks to South Africans. You see, this in this video, I'm not even going to try and emphasize on blaming illegal immigrants, foreign nationals and whatnot. I just want to talk to South Africans. Because South Africa has been, for many years, welcoming to foreign nationals through the right channels. Of course, there will be those who are here with chika ways, illegally coming to South Africa. But it was not like this. Because it is like now we have the ways of coming to South Africa according to the law, and we have the ways of coming to South Africa outside the law, and all of them are supported by South Africans. So if somebody comes through the border, they have money and they give you cheaply like 100 rand, even if it's 50 rand, I know they collect, and they come into South Africa, right? You lack patriotism. You are bringing in somebody that is not vetted, somebody that you don't even know the intentions. Why? I mean, you know the intentions they are looking for. It's economic migration, what is happening. But then again, who is coming? Who is coming to South Africa? We don't know what that person is going to do when they come here. They don't have a place to sleep. They don't have a job. And what is easily accessible in South Africa is weapons. That is easy to access. You don't know how that person is going to use that to survive. Yet you collected that 50 rand at the border. And when the people are here now in South Africa, you start selling South Africans IDs, the jobs, the what. South Africa has been corrupted by South Africans. Let us not just chiga about that. You see, if the people, the officials, the government officials, and everybody that is involved in this whole thing, the way it's supposed to happen, the news would spread. That, look, don't even try to go to South Africa illegally because you're going to get stuck. Nobody's going to assist you there. You're going to end up in prison or be deported. So just don't go there. But because this is what we have created a market whereby people bring in money, no matter how much they have, and say, yo, welcome to South Africa. It doesn't matter who you're going to harm in South Africa and without a trace. You see, the good thing is that those who are traceable in South Africa has got a lot of criminals of its own. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the difference is you can track and trace. If our law enforcement people are serious about crime, check KZN, because we are infested with crime in KZN. So they track and trace these people. You can read about it on the news all the time. Watch it on television if you want, but we are able to track and trace. But I am talking now to South Africans. You created this mess. Pretoria High Court raided for fraud. How do you get there as a country? How do you get there? Now, I'm here as an ordinary person looking at the Pretoria High Court, and to my heart I'm saying, even if I were to face something that maybe wrongly accused of something, I'm looking at that place. I'm like, I wouldn't get justice there. I wouldn't get justice in a place like that. So why have we brought the country to be like this, South Africans? That question is for you. That question is for you. Okay, let people come to South Africa illegally. Let them get stuck at the border to show that you are doing your job correctly. Let us hear people trying to get the ID illegally. But no, we don't see that. South Africans are corrupting South Africa. South Africans are selling South Africa. This is why we're seeing news like this. A whole Pretoria High Court being raided by hawks because of an office within that place that is currently pushing fraud. Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, and next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full. That support really goes a long way.